Hi everyone. Today we are to be study about the tool life and tool wear, that is the point of subject manufacturing process second. So in tool life it is to be defined by the different way. So firstly it is to be defined as a actual cutting time before the failure or between the two successive grinding. So whatever the time in between the two successive grinding, the tool it is to be used, it is to be named as a tool life. The second way, the tool life it is to be measured as the volume of material we have to be removed from our workpiece before the tool going to be failure. The third way, the tool life we can measure the how many number of components we are to be formed or produced before the failure or between the two successive grinding. The fourth way, the cutting speed at which it is to be removing the material for the specified time. The cutting speed that is to be of through which we can remove the material from our given workpiece, that also considered as a tool life. And the tool life it is also considered as the length of material removed before it is to be of a failure. So these are the different ways through which the tool life that is to be of a measured. Then the tool life, these are to be defined by the scientist Taylor's, and the Taylor's tool equation is V T raised to N is equal to C, where V cutting speed it is to be measured in meter per minute, T time in minutes, N that is a exponent depends upon the tool material. So that exponent, these are to be different for the different tool material, and C that is of a constant. So these are the different values of our exponent N. So for HSS tool material, the exponent N 0.08 to 0.2. For cast alloy 0.1 to 0.15. For carbide tool material, it is 0.2 to 0.4. For ceramic tool, it is to be 0.5 to 0.7. So these are the different exponent which are to be used for the different material. Then the Taylor's equation, these are to be modified. The another equation, it is V T raised to N into F raised to A and D raised to B is equal to C, where we know that V that is of our cutting speed, T that is of our time, D that is of a depth of cut, it is to be measured in mm, and F that is a feed rate. So the different value V, T, D, F, we are to be known, the constant we have to be calculated, or we have to be calculated through that the time for the cutting of our material. Then the factors, these are to be affecting on the tool life. There are the different factors which are to be affecting on the tool life. The first one, that is a cutting speed. So the tool life, on tool life, the cutting speed that is of a most important factor which is to be affected. So cutting speed it is to be of a increasing. At that time the tool wear, these are to be increasing. So the tool life, this goes to be of a decreases. So cutting speed, that is the factor which are to be mostly affected on the tool life. Then the tool geometry. So in tool geometry there are the different angles. If that angles these are to be changed, so due to that the tool life, these are to be affected. Then third, tool material. So tool material, these are of a different types. These are some materials, these are of a hard, some material these are of a soft, brittle material. So these material, these are to be the different material, these are to be affected on the tool life. If there is a soft material, we can say that the tool life that is of a less of that soft material. If there is of a hard material, the tool life of that material, that is to be of a more. Then the work material. Similarly, if you use the tool material, there is of a work material, these are of a different types. So hard material, if we are to be cutting, so the tool life of our tool, this going to be decreases. But for soft material, it is a vice versa. For soft material, the tool life, that is to be of a increases, because the tool wear, the temperature between the workpiece and of our tool, these are to be less. So the tool life, it is to be of a larger for the soft material. The coolant, the next factor affecting on the tool life, that is of a coolant. So coolant, lubricant, if we are to be using during our cutting operation, so if we use that, then the lubricants that is to be increases the tool life. Then the next, the failure of cutting tool and tool wear. The cutting tool wear, these are to be occurs due to that mechanical breakage, plastic deformation and gradual wears. And these gradual wears, these are to be mainly classified into two types. First, the crater wear, and second, the flank wear. So flank wear, as we know that there are to be of two surfaces of our cutting tool. First, the flank surface, and second, there is of a rake surface. So the flank wear, we have to be observed on that flank surface. The reason of that flank wear, due to that abrasion of hard particles, sharing of micro weld between tool and work material, and third, at low speed flank wear predominate. So the speed of our cutting tool, that is to be of a low, then the flank wear, that is to be observed in our cutting tool. Then the effect of that flank wear, the flank wear directly affected the component dimension. If these wears, these are to be present in our cutting tool, then the component dimension we cannot be get of our desired dimension. So the flank wear, it is to be affected on the component dimension. Also it decreases the tool life, and the rough surface finish we have to be observed if there is present of the flank wear. Then second wear, that is of a crater wear. As we know that there are two surfaces, the flank surface we have to be seen that the flank wear, the crater wear we have to be observed on the rake surface, and these mostly we have to be observed in the ductile materials where there is to be formation of the continuous chips. Okay, so crater wears mostly these are to be observed in the ductile materials, and when at very high speed that crater wear predominates. Thank you.